I'm not trying to personally offend anybody or diss anybody specifically, but I gotta say this because I'm so tired of seeing black people and Latino people who have never seen anything like the conscious community in their life. These people, before they ran into the conscious community, before they got introduced to Soneta's platform and all the extensions of that particular tree, all the branches of that tree, they've always felt like they were uh, outsiders in their community or in their particular cipher. They never felt like they had people in their life that they could totally relate to. They always felt like they had to pretend to assimilate to the culture that was around them because they didn't want to upset the natural order. But in their private time, they would be upset and they would long to be a part of some sort of community that could be more of a reflection of who they are. So once they see the conscious community, they love it because it seems like an oasis in the desert, but in reality it's filled with a lot of guys with very questionable criminal records, a lot of violence, a lot of guys who committed a lot of violence and atrocities within the black community who are now becoming these pseudo teachers in the conscious community because they don't want to work at Waffle House. And there's a structure in place for a guy to segue from being a criminal to being in the conscious community because both particular fields involve the same skill set, marketing and promotion, and selling product. And you always hear criminals say, hey, if you can sell drugs, you can operate a legitimate business because it's the same thing. You're using the same skill set. And I'm not knocking criminals or reformed criminals because I am a reformed criminal. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say, but I got a felony for selling weed 8 years ago. And thank God society is becoming more lenient about weed because now I can finally live my life without being discriminated against. But I don't think it's right for some guy who's basically trying to hustle the community with Googled Wikipedia information that he memorized by calling himself a master teacher or something like that. And just because he has access to a channel like Sonetta that has a huge following, people think that he's legit or think that he's serious, and then they elevate him and give him a career. When in reality, this person might be a high school dropout, or this person might just be a total fabrication, a totally created character. You know, I mean, there's a reason why the conscious community hates people with degrees because people with real knowledge, people with real uh, resumes and real credits to their name are a threat to these guys who may have dropped out of high school. So what they do is they condition you to think that you don't need any type of certification from a European institution in order to be a teacher. That's not important. When in reality, it is important. It is important to establish a track record. It is important to actually be a part of academia if you're going to be calling yourself an academic. You know what I mean? I mean, they make you hate and distrust these institutions, these colleges, because it's a threat to them because they Google their information, they Wikipedia their information, and they're basically the characters. They're not who they really present themselves to be. It's easy to pretend to be some type of conscious Baba, conscious guru, especially considering the fact that they're in large supply. Because the people are yearning for something different. They're yearning for something other than organized religion. Times are hard. So when they see somebody who embodies these skills, somebody who's charismatic, somebody who seems to be normal, somebody who they can relate to, they want that person to be the answer to all their problems. And that's sad because it's like a savior complex. So basically, what I'm saying is please stop supporting these people who are just scamming you. I mean, you're giving these people careers, and what are they doing for you? Chicago still is still having 1,000 murders per year. The violence in the black community is continually increasing, and they're not doing anything about it. They keep talking this consciousness stuff, and at the end of it, there's a product to sell. If they were really serious about raising the consciousness and plight of black people, why is it always something for sale? Their lectures cost money. Their products cost money. And they claim that everything, all their services are so critical to black people, but it's all for sale. And you never see these people where black people need them the most. They're always in a business environment where they have something to sell. They're always promoting something to sell. You never see these people actually fighting for the black community. Why are they not in Chicago trying to reach these kids who are constantly killing each other and bragging about it on the internet? Because that's not where the money is. The money is with you, and don't let them manipulate you. Peace.